Hello and welcome to day 18 of our January challenge 2020, and we're going to move on to our next bar in our Chopiene piece. I hope you enjoyed your rest day yesterday and that you either took a total break from it or that you used our video to work around any bar that you were finding particularly challenging and that you now feel a little bit more at peace with any of those bars. So we're going into our next bar. It's officially the 7th one of the piece. It's only the 6th one on your page, but it's the 7th one of the piece. Okay, I will play it for you first. Here we go. Okay, so we have in our right hand A, E, C. So I'm doing that 4, 2, 1. My hand can cope with reaching that. If yours can't, you can always hop to the C after you played finger 4. And then I'm going to come back to the E, but now I'm going to do it with a finger 3 instead. D, E. Okay, so melodically I kind of feel that C, D, E is heading us somewhere. Having landed on that E with my thumb, and I'm just making sure that I'm working it well, bending it in well to land and sound super. I then leap up, I do a high E, and I'm going to go back to this E. So this point I'm going to do an octave, and that will help me get a good sound on that top thumb. An okay sound on that top thumb. Okay, so we'll just put that together, just the right hand. Ready? 7 and 8 and 9 and. Again, same thing. 7 and 8 and 9 and. Okay, it then comes back down with 3 on the E, thumb on the D. It's like a mirror image of what you've done. We play E, D, E, C, E, A. So it's the reverse of your original. Now we're going. Okay, so let's try putting all of that right hand together and see if we can loop it round. Not too fast, I'll slow it down a bit. Okay, 7 and 8 and 9 and. Okay, so you're going to end the bar going 2, 4, A, E, 2, 4, and then straight back onto the same notes heading back up. So you might want to practice that. 2, 4, buff. The buff in this instance being a placing. Okay, let's try that again. Just this right hand, we're going to loop it around a couple of times. Ready? 7 and 8 and 9 and. Our top hand, our left hand, C octave. Again, this is going to be mirror image from the midway point. So C, C, D, then back to C, and at that point it's C, E, and A. Same as your opening part of your right hand. So we play C, C, D, and I'm just hopping my thumb to that. Thumb, thumb back to the thumb on the C and opening out this stretched C, E, A, and then straight back on those same notes. And then D and C and C. Okay, so thumb's working very hard in this piece, in this bar especially. Let's try this left hand through. We'll see if we can loop it a couple of times, at least 2 or 3. Ready, 7 and 8 and 9 and. Slow it right down just to try that hands together. What I hope you might notice is how we have C's and D's landing together at the first half of the bar, and then the second half of the bar, the D, that correlation between the melodic movement of our left hand and the melodic movement of our right hand. Okay, I'm going to slow this right down for a minute just to give you a chance to pull it together, and we'll play it again at least twice. Here we go. 7 and 8 and 9 and. One more time. Very much about knowing where you need to be giving your focus at any given part of that bar. So for example, at the beginning we're firmly on, that's fine. So at this point here I can be thinking about getting my left hand placed. Now that that left hand is on, I can be giving my attention to the leap up I've got to do up the octave in the other hand. Now I've got that on, I can give my attention to getting this left hand back on the same notes. Now that's on, I can give my attention to my right hand coming back where it needs to be. Left hand for that C. Does that make sense? So it's really being conscious of where do my eyes need to be, where does my focus need to be to make this bar work, okay? So we'll play it through again a couple more times, or a couple of 3. And then we'll finish for today and you can work away at it. Here we go. Ready? 7 and 8 and 9 and. Well done. What I hope you're finding with this piece is that every time I introduce a new bar, you probably think, what? And then it grows on you when you put the work in. And you maybe start each day by thinking, I think this might be the bar that I end up not playing. But then when you revisit it and you hear it put together with other bars perhaps, and then you think, oh, actually, yeah, that one's okay. That's what I'm hoping is happening for you. I mean, it'd be even better if you weren't having the what moment as well. I'll put a few bars together for you. I'm not going to do them all, but just so that you can hear a bit of a combination of a few. I think I'm going to play 4 into 7, for example, just so you can hear a bit of a combination. Here we go. and I tried to link that straight to bar 7, and it felt a bit like too much of a gear shift for me personally. And as I was playing bar 7, it's the 6th one on your page, as I was playing that bar, I thought, oh, this reminds me more of the feel of bar 3. And so I leapt back to that, and those fit quite nicely together. So those are the kind of judgment calls that you'll make for what feels comfy for you. And it might be that you want to make someone go, oh, that was a bit jarring, or that you want it to feel more blended. See what works for you. Right, I'm going to leave you there. I'll see you tomorrow. Well done.